Hello everyone, Royal Nightmare here, and welcome back to a Prehistoric Kingdom speed build. I am alive again. I'm no longer sick finally. I can actually, talk without sounding absolutely horrid, so... Well, no more than usual. But, hey, speed build time. So, today's speed build is, you can probably already tell, I mapped out before recording. This one, unlike the Platios, actually had a very firm idea of what I wanted. And, admittedly, it's probably a bit over the top, but I had fun. So, this one, I was struggling with the, terrain tools, wasn't I? Dang. Oh, right, that's how I did that. So this one, the entrance comes right out of that side door in Pocket Prehistoria, as you can probably figure out, because we're, right at the building. And this, as you can probably tell from the title of the video, is the Gallimimus habitat. Normally, I wouldn't be too into the galleys. I've always been more fond of the carnivores, admittedly, just because they look really cool. My favorite is Spinosaurus for a reason. But this time, the galleys grew on me while I was building this. And they aren't the only, dinosaur in this habitat either. It ended up being really big compared to what it should have been. So I ended up deciding, okay, well, I'll put a giant herbivore in here anyway. Just so it's not as empty, I guess. Although I have a lot of galleys in here. They ended up, immediately having babies, too. Because it was their breeding season the second I put them out. So we ended up putting the Deinocheirus in. And I've taken to calling this habitat in my head the Cretaceous Duck Pond. So here we are working on the entry area, which also doubles as hard shelter. Not all of the hard shelter, because the Deinocheirus are huge. Though, funnily enough, the Deinocheirus like to use this hard shelter more than the ones I put out for them. This is the hard shelter and also the little entrance from Pocket Prehistoria. Which connects up to the staff area connects to right next to the planter that goes into Triassic Titans. Speaking of Triassic Titans, next habitat after this, probably going to be the coelophysis, because I do already have their area mapped out a little bit there next to the Platiosaurs. But yeah, this entry section isn't the greatest, admittedly. I feel like I could have done better, but also, it's not horrible. Yeah, the curve was a bit funky to work with, unfortunately. But right now we're building the hard shelter for everyone. It was intended for the Gallimimus, but, yeah, as I said, the Platiosaurs use it a lot. And by the Platiosaurs, I mean specifically the female and her babies. The male is always towards the other end of the paddock. I was fiddling with, flooring there until I decided to just give up and use the regular wood flooring. And I believe, yeah, that's where the pathway is going to go up. But I have had this idea for the not the Platios, the galleys for a while. Like, even, like, with the context of this being a long while after I actually built this habitat, thanks to, you know, getting sick. But yeah, essentially, the idea I had for this paddock, a little absurd for a zoo slash park, but whatever. To be fair, after going to the zoo on my birthday maybe a week ago, my park is kind of just over the top compared to an actual zoo, so it gave me ideas, but like, I'm not gonna let reality tell me what I can't build. So the idea for the paddock here is, a swampy canyon, pretty much. Because as you probably noticed, there was, like, little pathways painted out with mud. Essentially, there's going to be elevated paths and platforms going through the canyon, which is what was stuck in my head, and it's just like, yeah, that's gonna be what I'm gonna do. Oh, and here we are finishing the, hard shelter. I do need to get back into building. I am totally not opening an energy drink at 3 a.m. In my defense, my sleep got messed up. But, making, like, little staff area. Oh, no, not staff. Guest area. This is the guest area. The video's having a bit of issue, but I can't tell if that's how I'm recording this voiceover, or just from when I actually recorded the speed build. It's been a while. I need to get back into building stuff again. But yeah, I ended up deciding on making a little extra food area. Like, okay, so to get to this area, you either go through the opposite side of the paddock, which isn't built yet, well, isn't finished yet, or connected to anything yet, or you go through Pocket Prehistoria to get there. Pocket Prehistoria is, like, right next to guest lodging, so, like, if you're a guest and you're just waking up and you're just like, let's go into Pocket Prehistoria first, and then once you're through and you decide to go through this pathway instead, you're still gonna be hungry, probably. So, therefore, little food area. Like, just to make sure the guests don't, like, I don't know, starve. How did I fix that, actually? I can't... Oh my god, is that how I fixed it? Honestly, as stupid as that is, that's actually not too noticeable. Oh my god. I wanted to keep the dinos here, like, full size, but they wouldn't have fit, so I was just like, okay, shrink them a little. Quite sure I added another of my little infographs in there. Oh no, I added a planter. I mean, plants are good. Like plants. Honestly, I'm not too sure what to say with the guest area right now. Because, like, it is just a guest area. Like, it's not even the greatest guest area I've made yet. I feel like that goes to Pocket Prehistoria, not because it looks good, but just because it has creatures in it. Oh yeah, I forgot I did that. Didn't I add a little overhang there? I need to open up Prehistoric Kingdom again to take a look. Actually, do we have the new update yet? Probably not, if I had to guess. I'm really excited to get my hands on the aloes. Well, and the stegos. The stegos look nice. I do think the video stuttering I was seeing is actually because of Adobe. Which makes sense. I do have OBS open right now while watching the sped up footage on Adobe, so it's probably being really pissy right now because of that. Here we go. My favorite part of the build. Well, one of my favorite parts. I feel like my favorite part was just when it was finished. I had to make a little platform for the guests to walk across. I thought I used a different style of fence there, but I guess I didn't. Yeah, I moved that away so I could, like, grab it if I needed it. Oh. Yeah, thank you, Adobe. It should be fine for y'all, since, like, it's gonna be actually exported and stuff, but for me it's just freaking out a little bit. If it is freaking out a little bit for y'all once it's exported, though, then I don't know. I honestly do need to learn a bit more about how Adobe works. The only reason I'm using it is because, like, I already use Photoshop, so it's just like, oh, hey, yeah, might as well. But yeah, essentially during the build, like, I had the terrain in, but I wanted to get the pathway in first before I did anything else with the habitat because, well, I didn't want the trees to clip through. I wanted to put them in spots where it didn't look bad. What am I doing here? Oh, right, that's how I built it. I forgot. It was built a little funky, but I think it turned out good. There's also, like, there is going to be supports for the platform. I don't think I recorded when I put them in. I believe I finished recording everything, and when I was just sitting there watching the galleys, I then noticed that, oh, I forgot that. Honestly, I'm not entirely content with the, thatch roof, but also nothing else would have really looked good, I think. This is admittedly what am I doing? Oh, right. No, I remember now. I wanted to put in little support beams. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, that way I didn't have to do it all individually. How did I fix that? Or did I not fix that? I've gotten better since the first time I tried to build, like, a little platform with, like, elevated pathing and stuff like this, but I still don't think I'm the greatest at it. Unlike the little mud stuff I set up on the floor, on the terrain to, like, have an idea of where everything goes, I didn't actually end up putting a branching path in there. I think my reason was that it was a little much, but I don't know. It has been a while. That does leave a decent chunk of the habitat unviewable, but then again, like, you know, you don't want the animals, like, always being seen. They're gonna want to get away from the guests themselves at one point. Although, I could probably add that little branching pathway on the other side. Why am I just sitting in place? Okay, there we go. I don't know what I was doing. Oh no, wait, is this when I realized I didn't have supports? Wait, did I actually have it recorded? I don't remember that. Okay, I did place supports while recording. Dang, I genuinely thought I didn't. I genuinely thought I did that off camera. Okay, that shows how well I remember this. What did I do here? Did I really just make it bigger? Yeah, I could have sworn I just did that afterwards, but I guess I didn't. No, wait, I couldn't have done it afterwards. I remember now. I remember looking at one of the recordings when I was trying to figure out what's what. No, I ended up putting foliage around it. I don't know why I thought I didn't record that. This is going to be the other side, which is another viewing area, also. Admittedly, I could have connected the top path better. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to go back over the area just to make sure it's not bad. Didn't I end up redoing this to give the inside a bit of a lip, I guess? I thought I did. Despite the paddock pretty much being finished, this side pretty much isn't. Like, the paddock is viewable, it's just like, this, like, section with the concrete is a bit unfinished. Like, the viewing platform specifically is unfinished. It's kinda half and half finished, I guess. I need to do something with it, but also I already have the coelophysis ready and like incubated and stuff, so coelophysis do kind of have to be the next build. Like, I already know the theming I'm going to use for the coelophysis too. Like, I know exactly what I'm doing with those little turds. I didn't remember that I put this extra railing around the guest area either. Admittedly, it does make it look a bit more complete. I do want to work with my building of guest areas, but like, we'll see if I ever get better at that. You know, aside from just slapping planters everywhere. Like, plants are good, but I should probably not use plants to cover my problems. The lights were a bit funky there. I might have to go over that again. I'm not quite sure which creature to do after the coelophysis, honestly. Like, when I asked my brother a while ago for ideas, he said to like start small and build up to the big creatures, and then I slapped Deinocheirus in this habitat, like not far away from the entrance. Oh yeah, I forgot I made this silly little sign. I think I end up putting it a few other places, yeah. Because you don't want anyone, like, trying to feed the Deinocheirus. Like, they are giant, they have enough food, they're good. I'm still not quite happy with this section, though maybe it'll look better when I finally finish it. I wonder if y'all can hear the meowing in the background. My roommate's cat is like really mad that he's not allowed into an area, and he likes to sing the song of his people to let us know how angry he is about it. Right. Yeah, I thought the entrance was missing. I had a specific design idea for this area too, but I didn't end up doing it. I feel like I just got frustrated with the building for some reason, which, like, happens. I'm trying to talk, but it's really hard to not pay attention to the angry cat singing outside the room. I don't think I'm too far away from getting to the dinos. Hang on, I have an idea that could actually fix this. If I put the ramp from the sides instead, it wouldn't be so closed in. That could work, actually. I might have to really go over that. I see pink in my notifications. Is that when I had another Play-Doh baby? Well, past me is ignoring it for now, so... But yeah, the ramp on that side really was just a little too closed in for the entry area, going underneath it. if that makes sense. Like, my building tends to leave a lot of areas closed in and, like, claustrophobic, I guess, for lack of a better word. Which, like, I don't particularly like. I'm trying to get better at it, but, you know, mixed results. I feel like I've been getting better at it. Like, the Play-Doh area is kind of nice and open and not terribly crowded. Yeah, I think I need to go back over this area for the ramps. Unless I put rocks around it. Of course I did. It's fine, it's just a couple rocks blocking it. And there's the terrain, never mind. Do I want to go back now? It's fine, I'll figure it out. Be prepared for a lot of rocks. Although, now that I think about it, I don't think I recorded every single rock placement I did for this build. Because since it was a swampy cliff area, like with canyon and stuff, like, I don't think I recorded all of it. Just because I knew that would get pretty repetitive. While I was also at the zoo, I realized how absurd my usage of rocks was a bit. It's like just about every paddock so far has had rocks for the fencing, like, barrier and stuff, and it's like, that's not very realistic, actually. I feel like my building technique was less actual zoo and more I watched Jurassic Park. Well, more I watched Jurassic... Well, not even that I watched it, more like they just played Jurassic World Evo. And that was just like, oh yeah, nice and like grand over-the-top areas, when it really should have been a bit less. Like, it does look nice, I think, but it's kind of funny. I think it's about to swap to a different clip, which probably means no more rocks. It's getting there. Do not ask how many of those tiny little scattered rocks I used. Yep, there it went! So congratulations, you didn't have to go through all the rock placement, but I did. The original idea was that the galleys would be able to get up there, but I ended up being like, nah, do not know. That was an issue, though, that I had, getting the fencing up. Yeah, I kinda hope they give an update to the invisible fence so it's not so finicky. Because, like, I know the dinos can't get out of there. Like, even, like, the dinos can't get out. I just need the fence to realize that it's fine. And that it can be placed like that. Okay, apparently I lied. There's more rocks to place. Hey. All the rocks. Woe, rocks be upon ye. I don't even know how long this entire habitat took, because I only have 3- oh, there's the galleys. I only have the recordings I made and not the stuff that I didn't record. Alright, now we're actually gonna make it look nice. 1 hour 46, 1 hour 37, and 53 minutes. How long would all that be combined, actually? Like, just recording-wise? That's 1, 2... I'd say... 4 hours, maybe? Maybe. Like, as it is, this is, like, my favorite habitat so far. Like, I had fun with it. I'm not gonna lie, the, idea for the Swampy Canyon actually came from Path of Titans. Sort of, like... It's not swampy, but there's specific areas in one of the maps where you can just, like, walk up a rocky little pathway up further onto, like, a cliff side or something. And it's, like, it's really fun. I really like those areas. Oh, and there's the nests. I thought that they could have nesting grounds up there. Because, like, you wouldn't want your eggs flooding, so put them high up. And you have safe eggies. And then they immediately made a lot of baby galleys. But yeah, the galleys can get up there. The Deinocheirus can get up there too. I didn't actually think it would be able to. And then I saw it up there. Oh, there they go up towards the eggs. Oh, and there's the Deinocheirus. I didn't actually think the Deinocheirus would be able to get up there, and then I saw it up there and was just like, huh, yeah, you're not a galley. I was struggling to find the right kind of tree, so I ended up oversizing a few of the trees. Because I really like the mangrove trees for this. I think the galleys... Yeah, I was having trouble with the galleys because they didn't want to go and eat their food. So I had to keep putting extra food places around for them. And I was debating seeing if I could just turn off their hunger. I could not, by the way. They were just really dumb. I do still really like how this paddock turned out. It's like... I'm not gonna lie, I do have a soft spot for, swampy areas for some reason in games. Like, something about the vibes you get from them is just like, yes. I believe that's where I put the Deinocheirus nest over there. Yeah, it is. I ended up putting the nest there. Yeah. Like a nice little secluded area for the Deinocheirus. The Deinocheirus and their ugly little baby chickens. Oh no, they look less like chickens and more like parrots. Oh, yep, baby callies. There is a horde of them and I love them. Reeds are fun, but I find them really annoying to place and get right. It's like a good chunk. Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot I was having that issue. They like to get themselves stuck in the wall. They fixed themselves eventually. It's fine. I would like an easier way to place reeds down, honestly. It's a little funny that I was like working on a really aquatic habitats before we get the update that changes the water, which I'm really excited about. But like, it fit right there. It was just in the right spot. It's big, it's over the top, but I had fun and I like how it looks. I forgot that was upside down at first. Oh, and that was it. Right, well, that was the Cretaceous Duck Pond. Or I guess Cretaceous Duck Swamp. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. I will be trying to record and post more because I'm not sick anymore. I don't have an excuse. But yeah, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video for the coelophysis. Goodbye.